Hi drummers, hope you're well. So this is going to be a slightly more advanced drum beat, an eighth note or straight eighth note bass drum beat. This is going to be this. So here we're talking about what is probably the most popular drum beat in the whole of like contemporary music, right? So from, I don't know, the 1950s onwards, this is the one, man. This is what it's been all about in some shape or form. The basic idea here is if you've already done, hopefully you have the quarter note drum beat that came before. 1, 3, 4. We're going to do that, but in between each of those beats, we're going to hit a little hi-hat on its own, and we'll call that and. So the sequence will be on the count of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. On the 1, hi-hat and kick. On the and, just the hi-hat. On the 2, hi-hat and snare. On the and, just the hi-hat. On the 3, hi-hat and kick. On the and, just the hi-hat. On the 4, hi-hat and snare. And on the and, just the hi-hat. So it goes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So if you've got the quarter note groove from the last video up and running a little bit, that's the thing, man. Just dropping in the hi-hat on its own in between each of those beats. One more time. I'm going to start slow here and build it up. I'll count myself in as well. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I'm going to speed it up a bit. This is all making sense. That's the basic straight eighths feel, often described as the basic rock beat. That's the thing, man. Go nuts with it. Now, a couple of things to say about this. One is it's definitely important to go slow at first. Like, you know, people think sometimes about musicians as being in some way talented or special. Basically, I mean, that's cool. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, sometimes you just have to show yourself the stuff, man. And sometimes I've seen guys in these sessions, sometimes you start off with this beat, and if they don't immediately get it, they start saying things like, oh, I knew I didn't have the coordination to do this. They say, oh, I've never been good at things like this. I knew I wasn't coordinated. You've just got to show your brain, man, your musical brain, one thing at a time. So just as slow, it can be as slow at first as going out of time, like without a beat, without a tempo, saying the combinations out loud. Just let your hands and your feet and your brain see it a bit first. Hi-hat and kick, hi-hat on its own, hi-hat and snare. And just like the first couple of sessions might just be that, showing your hands and your feet, guiding yourself through it. Be kind to yourself, man, because this is tricky, this is complicated. You can't suddenly just steam in and do it. Just take that time, man. The drummer who could just break it down like that, just show your brain the right things in the right order. Very quickly you'll find after a couple of sessions, 3 sessions, the so-called muscle memory will start to kick in and it'll get easier and easier and easier. If you're finding it tricky, if you're quote unquote struggling with this, which often drummers say, but what they just mean really is they're just at the beginning with it, you should probably slow down. So it usually comes from drummers, and this is, you know, human nature really, drummers wanting to go quick and groove with it straight away, which is, I can totally relate to that. Of course, you want to sit down and rock out, who doesn't? But just take that time at first to go hi-hat and kick, hi-hat on its own, hi-hat and snare, hi-hat on its own. And when it comes down to it, it's just those 4 combinations again, hi-hat and kick, hi-hat on its own, hi-hat and snare, hi-hat on its own. Very quickly that'll start to become automatic. It'll start to become second nature. Within a handful of sessions you'll be up and running. Thanks a million. That's a straight eighths groove or eighth note bass groove. Thanks a million and see you soon. Thanks a lot.